Hello everybody, welcome back to Sprocket. Today we're going to be building a little M22 themed light tank thing. It's kind of close to a replica of an M22, the end result, which you've probably seen in the thumbnail, but obviously not an exact replica. I don't really do exact replicas. I don't have the patience to go and find all of the actual exact dimensions and perfectly tweak every single aspect, so it's a tank in the general vibe of the M22. Pretend it's a competition for the M22 or something that had to use the same gun and the same mantler. I don't know. Whatever you choose your headcanon for this vehicle to be. Some of you post lore in the comments for these vehicles. That's always fun. I do read all of them. So regardless of what you post, negative or positive, I read them all. And if you're very negative, it's very rude. It makes me cry. No, it doesn't. It's fine. Most of you are very constructive with your feedback when you think there's something wrong with the video, which I greatly appreciate, because it does help. It does help. When I'm doing something wrong, I'd rather know about it, you know? And, you know, this tank was voted upon by you in a community poll. I put up a community post in the community tab of my channel asking you guys for suggestions on what tanks I should put into a poll, which I ran the day afterwards, and that poll came out with the result of, actually, what was the exact result? I can find you the exact percentage. It was 32% of you voted for an M22-esque light tank, so a tiny little airdropped looking thing. The remainder of the votes were split 27% to a heavy Cold War APC, so I was presuming by that a tank with like a small cannon, but actually lots of armor, kind of like some of the, what is it, the Terminator? You know the one, but probably, I don't know, I would probably not try and do a Soviet-style one. Let's just leave it at that. And then 15% for an Australian tank, so along the lines of the AC-1. A lot of you in the comments were thinking that meant like the Bob Semple. That's New Zealand. Australia has a little bit more of a tank building repertoire than New Zealand, but you know, New Zealand is definitely an option as well. I have done that before, as well as Danish tanks. So either of those two videos, if you want to go back and watch them, they're in the back catalogue. And then 14% proper modern MBT, which I still haven't done a proper full modern MBT, like, you know, 40-ton plus kind of thing. The last modern tank I made was last video, which the reception on that video was mind-boggling. I genuinely, I haven't received views like that in a long time. So seriously, thank you for that one. That was just, it lit up my entire week, man. But yeah, no, hopefully this is a good sign of things to come. You guys seem to be enjoying Sprocket again, which it's been a little while, you know? Sprocket's not had an update in a while, so maybe you guys are just craving a little bit of tank action, and you were waiting for the update, you've given up. That's it's not to say the update's never coming out. I'm confident it will, but I do not, for one, have any timeline on it, so I'm just carrying on as if nothing's happened. And finally, on 12%, which originally led the poll, interestingly, is the wheeled World War II tank destroyer, which I guess you guys don't want to see a wheeled World War II tank destroyer, which is fair enough, I guess. That was probably the most tricky one to build. The M22-esque tiny tank I thought was going to be much easier, but actually, this thing was a proper difficult build to actually do. And the reason for that was the turret. It's something about the M22's turret is extremely hard to replicate, and I might have to keep the turret now that I've done it, because I'm actually very happy with how it ended up. And soon, very soon, I'm going to be working on my first iteration of the turret, which I worked so hard on it, and it just went nowhere. You'll see me get like halfway through the process and then just bin it and start over from scratch. And that's something that we do in Sprocket a lot, right? A lot of you ask for my tips on like building tanks, and I gotta say that the best thing that you can do if something isn't going how you expect it is to not get beholden to what you've done so far. If you do not like the turret that you're working on, you've spent half an hour on it, don't feel like that's half an hour wasted. You've just spent half an hour learning what not to do. So now, if you want, you can try and fix that turret, or you can start over again and you can follow a different path. You can do things slightly differently. And, you know, at the end of the day, you're going to end up with something good in the end. So ultimately, that 30 minutes wasn't wasted. I didn't waste time building this first turret. I got an idea of the general shape that I wanted to go for, and I knew exactly where I went wrong. I made the mistake of trying to extend out the entire turret and make it look cast by, you know, kind of extending the sides out rather than shrinking the top and the bottom in to get that cast look. So that's kind of what went so horribly wrong with this one. Also, I don't know, I was trying to do something a little bit different to the M22 with a lopsided turret. It just looked silly. It wasn't the vibe, so it goes back to the middle, and obviously the scale goes up a little bit more, and in spite of me eventually reaching the right turret shape for this hull, I did actually decide the hull was a little bit too long. So the hull that you're seeing here, I will shorten in a little bit. So if you're currently watching this video thinking that the hull's too long, don't worry, I was thinking that too. But it took a little while to do it. Because sometimes you just need the context of the turret on the hull to get an idea of whether the hull works or not. So on its own, a hull might look good, but you put a turret on and you're suddenly like, there is way too much space in front or behind this turret. So sometimes it's just worth taking out that extra space, and that leaves you with obviously less internal space than you may have planned for originally, but at the end of the day, you can always just cram your crew members in there and give them zero space. They don't need to breathe. Which is pretty much what we're doing in this tank. There are only 3 crew members in this version of my tank. We have a driver, we have a gunner, and we have a commander/loader. The reason that I went with that loadout rather than a driver, commander, and gunner/loader is having the commander/loader rather than a gunner/loader meant that my gunner had 85% efficiency as opposed to 70%, and I think 80% is the boundary you need to have your gunner aim the vertical and horizontal aspects of your turret at the same time. So it allows us to train the gun vertically while we're also turning it horizontally, which we wouldn't get if we had the gunner loader layout. There's my little explanation, and a thing that I can advise you to do. The commander buffs everybody up, but they don't lose as much percentage efficiency if you take room away from the commander as if you just take room away from that crew member. Little trick for you if you want to save space in your tank by removing a crew member. And here we go. Here's the second turret. We finally binned off that first turret that just wasn't working, and we're going for the new strategy, which is building from the bottom up and extending the turrets towards the top here. And sometimes, this is sometimes how I'll build my turrets. It is kind of just extending them up from a shape at the bottom. It's kind of personal preference, and it depends on the turret that I'm building. Sometimes it's better to start with a block and kind of carve it out of that block. Sometimes it's better to start with a small cylinder at the bottom and extend it up to the top. And in this case, it was the cylinder that seemed to produce the best results. So that's what I went with. And here you can see the turret just starting to take shape. Already, I think this turret looks a lot better than the previous one did, so I'm very glad that I decided to give up with that last turret. It just wasn't going anywhere, and now we can actually get on to decorating this thing. So I wanted to have kind of custom gunners and commanders hatches on top here. So you can see me extending 2 separate segments up and then kind of attaching hinges and handles to this thing to get it looking like proper hatches. And that way, we don't need to have one of the base game commander's hatches on there, which they don't really fit this style of vehicle. Now, obviously, if I want to get the bonuses of a commander in this vehicle, I do still need a commander's hatch, so I do clip one into... Ironically, I think I clip it into the mantlet, because obviously the commander's loading the gun. I use a custom mantlet, which means the crew has to fit inside the custom mantlet if they want to fire that gun, and therefore means that I need to have the commander's cupola inside the gun, so I just made one really small and clipped it inside. Yeah, it's a little bit cheaty, but, at the end of the day, I think it makes the tank look better, and for that reason, it's kind of an acceptable evil. Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of much more to say now. We're just building up a custom mantlet here, which is styled off the real-life M22 one, so I'm just going to spend a moment to talk about the latest videos, and obviously we've been getting a little bit of success lately, and so one thing I am noticing is I've started putting chapters in my Sprocket videos, and a lot of you guys are sticking through these building segments, but a lot of people are now using those chapters to skip straight to the battles, which, may I add, I'm not bothered by at all. That's fine. That's why the chapters are there. If you just want to see me fighting this tank against other tanks, just go. There's no problem whatsoever. And for you guys who decide to stay the extra distance for these kind of building segments, I greatly appreciate that. And I think this has worked really well. I'm really happy with how it's done. I think you guys are getting along with the chapters. It allows you to view the videos kind of how you want. I don't have to remove anything, but also I don't have to kind of go out of my way and make two separate videos in order to get the same effect. I can combine it down into one. So I'm really happy, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling the Sprocket vibes, you know? There's been a few months where, you know, views were down and Sprocket wasn't getting updates. It was kind of hard to find the motivation to keep going, but you know, I found it. I found my groove again. We're going. I'm having a whale of a time. And that doesn't mean that I won't be continuing to do Flyer and Trailmakers. They will still be coming up on the channel if you are enjoying those series. Trailmakers is kind of on a half temporary hold. The problem with uploading Trailmakers is I do think the videos are very good quality, but ultimately it's a very big departure from what I'm normally doing. So the views are lower, and YouTube takes that into account when recommending you these videos. So if I'm to upload Trailmakers, it kind of hurts my recommendations on other videos. So if you are enjoying the Trailmakers, it will be back. I can guarantee you that, and I don't think it's going to be too long before there's a video that I get out on that one. I'm trying to make the most of the current, like, YouTube's liking me. They're recommending me to people, so I'm trying to make the most of it. And so people want to see Sprocket, so we're going to upload Sprocket. And at the end of the day, when I'm ready to upload Trailmakers again, it will be back. I'm still recording them, and they're still up on the other guys' channels, so you can see me there. I'm still having fun, still doing that stuff in my kind of free time, I guess it is now. They're just fun to record, and I do think they're fun videos as well, so if you've not tried them, definitely try them out, because it does really, really help. And just having a little bit more variety on this channel means that if any of the games that I play just disappear overnight, you know, we've kind of got that little bit of a boundary, because I want to keep going with YouTube, you know? I'm here for the long haul, guys. I'm working as well, so obviously the upload schedule, it's slow. It's about 2 videos a week. It's not daily, but that's fine, because I'm having a good time, you guys are having a good time, everything's Gucci, and I'm gushing, and we've been gushing for such a long time that the tank is now built. Oh, thank you so much. Anyway, gameplay. Okay, and here we have, everyone, the early war version of the Mark 739. So technically, this is more of a mid-war kind of vehicle to late-war kind of vehicle. I think the M22 Locust, if I'm not mistaken, first produced in 1942. I'm going to go as far as to say that is distinctly mid-war. So early war, a little bit early for this thing, but it gives us the opportunity to kind of upgrade this thing as we go. So hopefully we can get a little bit more firepower on this thing as we go. So we're starting with a 37mm with 80mm of pen, which is pretty good, and our mobility is also fairly good. We've got a 2.3 litre per cylinder 6-cylinder engine, so that's a lot of horsepower actually, and with, you know, 5 gears, 2 backwards, it gets the job done. So let's see how we do on Silent Border. We should do alright, because we'll have no problem going through the back of the turret of the Allen, and hopefully we have enough mobility to get over this gap. Obviously we are not going to be bouncing any anti-tank guns today, but at the same time, as much as we could shoot them, I don't know if it's really worth it, so I am just going to run for it. And yeah, actually, no lights is normally the better way to go on this level. It's they kind of blind you with how I completely forgot how to speak there. Okay, any moment now we could be shot by an anti-tank gun, and they are shooting my allies, but they're not shooting me yet, which is nice of them. We have to avoid these anti-tank, what do they call, hedgehogs or whatever? I don't know. And the Allen is right there at the top of the hill. We just hope... Oh my good God, how has that not killed me? Yep, we're outrunning that turret for now. We seem to be good, I think. All we need to do is just stop. Boom! There we go. Might it have been wise to start on this level where you can actually see the tank? Perhaps, but, you know, it's fine. We're here now. And I do think this thing looks pretty cool. It's not the spitting image of the M22 Locust, but, you know, there's enough similarities that most people would be able to point it out, I believe. I don't go too hard into making exact replicas because there's kind of fun to be had in slight differences when you're making something in a game where you got a little bit more freedom to play around with, you know? But anyway, here, I think we're going to struggle a little bit more. We're going to have to worry about more guns firing back at us, and we can't just kind of go around them and win like we can in Silent Border. So hopefully... we have enough penetration to go through the enemies here. If they are Heliots, we're going to struggle, but that is fine. Those BT7 looking things. BM4Ms. Yep, that's a simple name. Let's see. Okay, I think that's a Man-O-War up there, and we only have 9 degrees of gun depression, so we've got to be a little careful, but we should have no trouble killing this thing from the side of the turret. There we go. His ammo rack's in the back of the turret on top, so if you're ever shooting at one of those, now you know. Look, I'm teaching you things. And over there, I saw something. I've lost it, but I think these guys are still alive, so let's... Is this guy? No, probably not. Is this guy? Also probably not. Definitely not now. There he is. Okay, wait. No, you. Here, there we go. Nice! Okay. 37's actually doing way better than I expected. Where are the last guys? There's one. There we go. No, that's missed. No, well, it's not missed. It's not penetrated. I was just saying the 37's doing well, and now it isn't. Oh, no, he's dead. Okay. Oh, there's only one left now. My ally got one. You? You! Ah, there we go. That solves my conundrum. However, it doesn't mean that we're going to do particularly well. These things always have a lot more armor than I'm expecting, because they look like BTs, so I'm thinking like 10 millimeters of armor, but actually... Well, okay. We didn't really do a lot there, to be honest. We got 2 kills, and my allies did that. That's not meant to happen. Okay, now we have to fight a Taiga. So we have no more armor, but we do have a 47mm gun with just over 100mm of protection and a little bit more mobility. But one thing we're having here is our idler's hitting the ground, and that's actually kind of acting like a brake, which isn't amazingly good, to be honest. We might need to change up our kind of wheel layout because Sprocket's idlers are a little bit odd. Can we... Okay, we've got out of trouble here. Now, I reckon we need about 30 miles an hour of speed to get over this road normally, which we should have no problem reaching. However, oh, it's very much on the limit. He's just fired. He's missed. Oh my goodness me, that was a little bit close for comfort. Now, can we go through the side of his turret with APHE? Because that would really make my life a lot easier here. No, no, no we can't. No, we can't. 77 versus 78mm of armor. That is so close. Hello, bud. Right, AP it is. And can we... Yes, there we go. Got the job done. Fields, however... I think is going to be a bit of a different story. This is going to be tough. Okay, so we made a couple of adjustments so that I hope we'll do a little bit better on fields here. Let me just move this nice little wooden plank holding our suspension together. We have a slightly better 47mm gun, now with about 113mm of penetration, just under. We've moved up the idler, and this mantler has 80mm of armor rather than 60. It's probably not going to do a lot, really, but I think the biggest change is going to be that idler no longer hitting the ground, and my fender has glitched out. Hang on. Okay, fender fixed. There we go. That would have absolutely hindered our combat performance right there if I hadn't changed that. Vital change. Okie dokie. 4 light tanks it is, and it's probably going to be those M216s or whatever they're called. They are a little tougher, to be honest, so not really the ones that I'd ideally like, but so long as we can take them out from the side, I reckon we should be okay, because there's only 4 of them, and there are 12 of us, so hopefully we're all good. And we just took one out from the front without much trouble, with the APHE as well. That's not too bad at all. Let's try here and sneak up on them, and there goes 2 already. We are going to struggle versus the heavies from this position here, so it's maybe worth... Oh no, he's going to shoot me if I try this. I was going to say it's maybe worth getting into position and letting my AI deal with him, but I was too scared of him. We just have to run. Oh god. The run has been cut short really, really quickly. Yeah, okay, this could be a challenge, but I really, really think we have to get into that ravine. It's gonna be a huge bonus. All of the AI are shooting at that tank there, but now I am the closest target, so we are now just running the gauntlet and hoping that these Tigers don't land a true shot here. We have a little bit of a dip here, which means we're kind of hidden from those guys on our left due to how just incredibly tiny this tank is. We've not really had a good size comparison yet, but if I win this, I'll park up next to a Tiger so you can see. But ravine has been reached. Okay. I reckon we're in a good spot here, to be honest. We've still got 11 tanks, which is plenty of backups if I mess up. And messing up is likely. There is a Tiger ahead of us over there. Now, in theory, with the AP, we can go through the front, but I'm not putting money on it actually working, because as you can see, if they're at an angle even like that, I don't think we're going to go through in a million years. So we kind of need that guy to move, because he's blocking us getting side shots on the rest of the Tigers here, which is not ideal. And, oh, he's giving me a bit of angle. And there we go. Okay, he's gone. He's gone. I don't know why he turned his side to me, but I'm not going to complain. There's a guy over there. Once again, just not really ideal for me. Oh, he sees me. He definitely sees me. Oh, there's a little bit of side. I aimed a bit high there. There. Oh, that hit him. I think I've taken out his track, you know. And now he's giving me the side, but we're not making the most of it right now. Yeah, that's going to be a troublesome Tiger to kill there. Maybe if we park up here, I think we're covered from him, and we get side shots. Never mind, that is a front shot. That's not exactly what I want. Yeah, no, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, this spot honestly is not working how it normally does. There's just too many pushing up, and the guys stuck at the back of the map are providing really good overview. So I'm going to actually take a little bit of a brave pill here and duck into this closer ravine, which is very dangerous to get here. But once we're in... Oh, I thought I'd made it. I really thought I'd made it. Yeah, we're getting torn apart here. I'm going to try the hill on the left here. Obviously, while we're getting there, once again, we are going to be very easy to take down. But if we can get to this hill, it seems that most of the Tigers are kind of pushing down this middle segment, so we might have a chance at some neat side shots. But, oh, we're losing so many allies here, and it's going to be a little bit tough. Oh, especially when they turn like that at the last second. Oh, goodness me. That was really close. We've got to pull something off quite impressive here, I think, if we want to win this. We are not in a good way. Ooh, that is lucky. I did not expect that. Oh, that went through as well. But it didn't kill him. Oh, another kill through the front. What is happening? No, goodness me. Oh my goodness me, this is terrifying. Oh my goodness. Another kill. Okay, it's just me and one more ally now versus 3 Tigers. There's one there. He's giving us a lot of side. And is that a second one? Just behind our ally there, the one The ally that's on fire. You know the one. There we go. Okay, he was alive. You are definitely alive. You're moving at a rate of knots. Let's take the most of that while we can. And now... Okay, finally, we're actually in a fairly comfortable position. We just need to find out where this last tiger is. And I have a horrible feeling that it's that guy over there. It is. I can see his turret turning. Just a little bit higher. Nope, 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 nope. Not even for a second. Maybe if I just dip a shot over the hill, perhaps? No, that was a bit high. A bit lower. Oh, still a bit lower. Run. Oh, okay, there we go. That was a little bit close, but as promised, we did win. So let's give you a little size comparison versus what we were just fighting, shall we? That's just a tiger, you're thinking? Nope. There's an M22 back there. Look how small this thing is. Okay, this one might be rough. We have a 57mm gun now, rather than the 47 from before. A slightly larger turret to house that gun. And a V8 engine rather than a V6, with admittedly less litres per cylinder, which puts us not much further ahead than where we were before. We're still not going to be going through the front of anything, and we're still not really going to be killing anything with one shot with the AP, and our only real hope here is to keep the speed up and close the distance. However, that's never easy. We kind of need to stop to fire, we're not stabilized, and that means that we are very much at risk of being blown to smithereens by that there King Tiger. I do not like my odds here. I think I'm about to die. I really do think I'm about to die. There is absolutely nothing good that can come from this. Oh my goodness me, how did we survive that shot? How on earth are we still alive? Yep, okay, that's pure luck. Hello, King Tiger. Have you turned your turret away? Yes, you have. Oh, no, we didn't go through the side. That's not good in the slightest. What? 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 No, 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 no. This is, yeah, this is really not good. Oh, no. No, 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 no. It's 1v5 already. Hi, bud. Why? Why? What is what? 230 mil of side armor? What? Okay, frankly, the only way I saw going forward was a better gun, so we have a longer barrel and a muzzle brake, and this barrel is deceptively more long than you'd think because it's recessed into the turret quite a lot. So we actually have about 20mm more penetration than we did before, which hopefully will make all the difference when it comes to shooting the side of a King Tiger. But the problem is we just got seen so easily last time, and I reckon it's going to be a similar story this time. We just have to get into our little position on the right-hand side here. We are going at quite the pace, to be entirely honest, right now. And I really want to stop and shoot that tank. I reckon I will here. That's a Panzer 58. Those are tough from the front and kind of tough from the side, but not too tough for us to not penetrate. Okie dokie. I think I see an IS-122, frankly, is what I think I see in front of me. Which means bad, bad, bad things. Hi, buddy. I have no choice but to hope that I can out-traverse your turret here, because there is no way that we're going to kill you without that. That went through, but frankly I'm stuck on him. There we go. I don't know how I'm still alive. I really think I should be dead right now. Now, there is a good shot I know of on the front here, but he's jiggling around so much. Can we get it? Oh, we don't even have enough to go through, I don't think. Side of the turret? No. I mean, it did go through, but it's not killed him. Oh, goodness me. Goodness gracious me. That is a little bit close for comfort on the traverse. Okay. Oh, 4 more to go. That's enough stress for one battle, man. Oh no, I hit the tree. There's one. We hide. He knows where I am now, though. And probably is going to start coming this way. Doesn't mean he won't show the side. That's an IS-122. He's pushing over that way. If there's anyone in their spawn, I'm going to go for them first, because we roughly know that that IS-122 won't be a threat to us while we're over there. No one in their spawn. Something, somewhere, has to see me at some point. That's an IS-122. That's a much closer IS-122. Hi, buddy. Right, this isn't good at all, because we now are in between the two IS-122s, which means the one in the field is going to be aiming at me, but we've got that one. We've got to get out of the way real quick, and we're not going very fast up that hill. Okay. We're out of trouble. Well, that's the IS-122 down there. Is he coming this way? Oh, he's coming this way. Okay. Right, we need to pick our moment here. He's on his way. We need to find a moment to get past him. We know that their turret traverse isn't that good. And I think now is the time. We can get the downhill to boost us and just drive around the back, put a shot into the rear. Oh my goodness me, I had to work for that one. Oh, we've won. We've finally done it. Hopefully defense is a little bit more forgiving on this thing. Okay, defense time. That is a lot of allies. 17 tanks on our side, only 7 on theirs. Chances are they are going to massively outclass us, and we may struggle to penetrate them from the front, but the sheer numbers of allies means that I get a lot of retries if I get myself into trouble. So, I think this should go a little bit smoother than Taiga did. Okay, we have a tank crossing over here. Don't think it's too thickly armoured. We nearly actually went through there. We have the APHE loaded. Let's load the normal AP. It's a King Tiger. Yeah, no, that is actually very thickly armoured. I am just wrong. You, however, are a Puma 2, if I'm not mistaken. And we've not penetrated. Uh-oh. What about now? Yep, there we go. Hello? Do you know I'm here? I don't think he did. I don't think he realized. I'll take that. And that leaves these guys on the left. Actually, it leaves most people. I don't know why I say that. There we go. Nice shot on the ammo rack of that guy. And nice shot on the Puma. Very good going so far. And no, that didn't kill him, but it's still a good sign. There goes his mobility. Okay, we'll leave him be so that we can focus on these guys before they cross the border. That is a very fast King Tiger. Get rid of it. There's one Puma who is concerningly close to the border over there, and now he is dead. You, my friend, cannot step an inch further. I now think the last guy is that guy whose mobility we destroyed in this ravine. And with this final shot, we should secure the victory. There we go. Okay. Well, you can't say I didn't work for it this time. This little tank is actually very effective for what it is. But, you know, it is still a tank underneath 10 tons with a tiny little pop gun. But I think this thing looks really neat, and ultimately, I think it's done the job it needed to very efficiently. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please have a like, comment, and or subscribe to see more silly stuff like this in other videos very shortly. But without any further ado, I won't keep you any longer, and I will say goodbye. And as always, a huge thanks to this channel's patrons: Burnin' Potato, Camdram135, Cody N, DJ Pete, Skavunga, Master929, Said Catcher, Schedule 661, Last11, Mark Mildly Invested, Nicholas K, Rolls Buchan, Ryan Brody, The Kinesian Emperor, Zara Scheinman, Zeit Wolverine. Thank you so much for your support.